away from the Tiny. It's going to be picked up right now, and I like it because Sanctity, in my mind, is one of the best Tiny players. He's been one of the best Tiny players for a very, very long time, even when it was just the Blink Avatos combo, the way the Tiny was being played. He was still amazing at it, finding pickoffs as well. So maybe that's going to be the approach here, even though that aspect of the hero was nerfed a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued, honestly, that we haven't seen anyone experiment with the Tiny, because it's... have we got a... I don't think we've gotten a game where we've casted the Tiny so far in 7.31C.
Templar
Oh no. Oh no, it's on Radiant. Oh. Well, there we go. Someone's gonna break the curse, Harry Freak. Here we go. Someone's gonna break the curse. It's either we get a 1-1 or TA wins on Radiant.
No, it's not either. It's oh no. Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. Okay. I wasn't looking properly there. Luckily, I have my caster to look at everything nicely. And yep. So Enigma Galaxy trying to break the curse. I have to say, when you look at the Grimstroke Tiny Pango, when it comes to breaking the refraction charges, this is not a great TA game. Maybe Enigma Galaxy are just looking at our cast and being like, you guys think that stats matter. Maybe one of them wasn't really good at maths, it's statistics in school, so he wants to show that it really doesn't matter to be good at maths or statistics in life. So they want to show us that the hero can be played. To be honest, as I said, against these heroes, the Avalanche, the Inkswell, the Swashbuckle, all of them are really good at breaking the refractions. But again, this hero, there's not much about it. There are timings when she is strong. The second row, you have to get it. If you don't, you're gonna be your timing is gonna be delayed heavily, and then the game becomes increasingly difficult. Abaddon, a great hero against the Treant, a great hero against the Ember Spirit, a great hero against the Roots in general, which Enigma Galaxy have a ton of. So I'm liking the pick here, and it seems like they're buffing up the Tiny.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this Abaddon pick as well. Just the answers to what NGX.SEA have at the moment. They're looking for the combos, but Abaddon can break that. You now get a really strong laning support that can... Are we expecting this to be a Tiny 1, or is this a mid-Tiny?
I'm expecting Sanctity to play the Tiny, full stop. I don't know where he's going to be playing it. I would love to see a mid lane Tiny. I would love to see it because I think Lilgun, what they need is to bring a hero from 100 to 0. The only combo that can do it here is the Grimstroke Tiny. And I don't know if there are heroes left for the mid lane that are gonna be comboing that well with the Grimstroke that aren't necessarily countered by the other side. I guess Puck does make some sense, but he's still not that kind of a hero that blows someone up. He gets them low, and then with the other round of spells he kills them, which isn't that great against Enigma Galaxy and their heroes who are very, very mobile.
We are looking for our Mizu hero once again last with the 23rd pick. Timber and the Night Stalker is going to be banned out. Are there any flaws you see with NGX.SEA's draft that they need to cover here with Mizu's offlane?
Blink stun. That is the thing that I'm looking towards, and
Sand King's still there if they want it.
Sand King is in. Yeah, Sand King is in. That looks pretty decent. You are playing against an Abaddon, but he cannot remove everything, you know. So I'm quite okay with them going for a Sand King yet again.
Trying to see if there's any other heroes that can kind of fulfill that role. Whenever you think of a Blink stun, of course, Centaur, Axe always come to mind, but those heroes are not popular at all at the moment, unfortunately. So yeah, I feel like Sand King is probably the way they're looking. Maybe they're looking to experiment with a different hero.
Yeah, I would love to see it for sure. Maybe that's why they're waiting so long. The Sand King is the obvious answer, and okay, they go with the obvious answer. They're probably looking throughout all of the heroes like, nope, this is bad right now. Sand King is good, but we want something else. In the end, you have to make a decision. Are you gonna be focusing on winning this game, making sure that you are close to the top of that standings and have a good time in the playoffs, or will you try to experiment? They go with the first choice, and it seems here. Aries that we might be having another 2-0 on our hands, though. That TA is still kind of a problem for me because, you know, still hasn't won a single one.
A single one on rating, at least for everyone that is aware. Yeah. So we'll see if that's going to be the case this time. We're looking for either the 1 or the 2. Honestly, could be the 3. You can put Tiny 1, you can put the Pango mid, then look for your 11 hero off lane. Again, similar. Do you feel like Lilgun, is there any flaws they need to cover?
No, I'd actually love for them to go for a Terrorblade here and put the Tiny in the mid lane.
Okay.
That one I would love. You have a hero to protect the Terrorblade, you have catch, you have team fight, you have late game, an illusion-based hero that doesn't rely necessarily that much on illusions, because Ember and the Sand King are very good against illusions. That's why the PL is a bad hero. It's a Manta hero, great against the Treant Protector, which is something I want to see. I want to see a Manta hero right now for Lilgun, and I'd love to see a Tiny in the mid lane. That's it. So in my mind, the Terrorblade does make a lot of sense for it.
And if it's going to be the Tiny mid, you probably need a carry that can take objectives. Tiny's not going to be
True.
relying as much on his tree to be able to hit the buildings. And of course, it did get nerfed a little bit as well. So having a Terrorblade can help out, especially with your wave clear and at least guaranteeing some way to get objectives as the game goes later. Oh, I'm never a fan of Jug. I think this is a... I don't think it's a very good hero, but
it's a good Jug game. It's a good Jug game. You have to give him that. It's a Manta hero. The Ember Spirit and the Sand King, they hate playing against the Juggernaut. He's always going to be getting the spin-off, given that the Abaddon is going to be in the vicinity, just to give him the way out of the Sand King stun. That's the only thing, other than the Hoodwink stun, but that one is very easy to dodge with the spin altogether. So I'm actually okay with this pick. The reason I'm not the biggest fan of it overall is the laning phase in particular, but I think this is one of the games where you focus a lot on making your Juggernaut strong. Will it be a Battle Fury Jug? I don't know, but either Battle Fury or Maelstrom is the approach on this hero. I wouldn't hate the Battle Fury either. Like Battle Fury into a Manta, into an Aghanim Scepter, something along those lines does make a ton of sense. But maybe the spin build with the Maelstrom and the Aghanim Shard is a bit stronger right now. Also, you have a Grimstroke. So, the Juggernaut could fight early on. I'm not hating this pick, but I still think that Nigma Galaxy have the ease of execution in any way you look at it. It's much easier for them to play.
Yeah, I think my only concern for the Jug is that I don't think they paired him up with a really strong laning support. Like Abaddon, don't get me wrong, is a good support, but he's not a support that I think can get as aggressive. We see like the Grimstroke, the Lich, a stunning support is very good, but you've got a Grimstroke, but I don't think you can run Abaddon Pango lane. That sounds very, very awkward. Yeah. So maybe you just play that lane for sustain. It's a good lane in general. Jug versus Sand King is very solid as long as you have sentry control. Jug can always move into the Sandstorm. You've got the magic immunity. You can push him out. We've spoken a lot about Sand King, how you're going to struggle through the early levels, but we'll see. I always like, whenever there's a Juggernaut in a game, I look towards a lane because I think he can be a good laning hero, but you need to pair him with a strong support. I don't think they've done that so far, so maybe that's going to hurt them, but we'll find out.
Yeah, and the other thing is, when you look at this Lilgun lineup, I'm going to say this. If Juggernaut finds a way to be useful in the early stages of the game, mainly to bring down the enemy tier 1 in the bottom lane, to open up the map for his team, to fight early, if 423 does that, while Sanctity is farming for his Blink Dagger, so in the first 8 to 10 minutes, 8 to 12 minutes until Sanctity has that Blink, if he opens up the map, helps that, and then the Tiny has the map to maneuver, Lilgun are gonna win this. If 423 just resorts to farming, if he just wants to go back into the jungle and do nothing, protect his own tower, I think that's gonna be a nail in the coffin for Lilgun. So I think it's all riding on him. How is he gonna set up the rest of the game for Sanctity to hunt people? Because Avatos combo with the Inkswell, that is the thing that we're looking for Lilgun to get the kills. But before that does happen, we will see a big fight, hopefully, on the runes, and it's not gonna be a passive start as we had in the previous one.
You see pretty much everyone putting themselves in a position where they're ready to rock and roll for this bottom bounty rune. A couple of heroes are starting to now move their attention over the top, but nonetheless, Lilgun, we'll see how they can posture in the neighborhood. Alacrity is going to be a bit hesitant to be able to poke his face out, face checking the bounty rune. So in the end, it will be a 2 for 2. Speaking about the Juggernaut build as well, he has got the Maelstrom already queued up on 423. So I like this a lot. Like you said, Battle Fury, is a route that we see Juggernauts go, but probably a little bit too greedy, especially with the lineup that Radiant has. They can really steamroll this game. If TA gets first ages, you get map control. It could get to a stage where you haven't lost any towers with the Treant Protector, and then if you don't open up the map, like you're saying, then Sanctity is not enabled to find these pickoffs. So I think it's probably going to be off the level 6 timing for Dire that we're looking for, like Rolling Thunder, Tiny coming bot with like a power rune, maybe getting a kill and utilizing like a catapult timing to then get that tier 1 bottom.
Yep, and also I like that you mentioned the Maelstrom again. Also, one thing is that this game, the spin is so good. You're playing against the Sand King, Hoodwink, Ember Spirit, and the Treant. So if you're going for a Battle Fury, you being able to get that shard and for it to be as effective as it is if you are if you're having the Maelstrom, you need a lot of time. 4-2-3, he's gonna take massive amounts of damage here.
Yeah, it's so
beautifully
cool.
done by Mizu.
Yeah, it's a cool read from Mizu, seeing that he has the level 2 compared to 4-2-3. Even though there was no creeps, Mizu still, he used his own creeps to his advantage. There's that extra little bit of damage that they're able to provide. So he actually edges out a victory in the trade and also sees 4-2-3 in his build. Like he went purely stats. 3 branches, a wand, and a quelling blade. Knows he only has enough mana for 1 healing ward. So now he's trying to run to his Abaddon. I'm like, come on, man, give me some healing.
That is a really good read from Enigma Galaxy. I'm just surprised how they're finding ways to play in situations they should be weaker. You know, level 1, the Hoodwink and the Sand King, the Abaddon can just run at them, and then Jokam just goes for the lane pull, which isn't common when you're playing with the Sand King. You want him to be close to all of the creeps, but you know, you allow him to have a full wave, and you get a full wave yourself. So this is an awesome start for sure for the side of Enigma Galaxy when it comes to the top lane. Bottom lane though, there's gonna be a fight.
Oh, stick charge is enough to keep Boom Booey alive, and now in your dream, almost closing the distance onto Kishka. So both sides back and forth trading the resources.
We're kind of used to that, and that is a big thing that the Treant didn't die because the Pango had the urn. If he had gotten the urn super early on, there is a chance that they could have just snowballed out of control from Lilgun here in the bottom lane. So here Enigma Galaxy not allowing their position 5 to die was a big deal, because in your dream would have been in so much trouble because you don't charge his top lane. Look at that fight and where they're going at each other.
They might chase down 4-2-3. Only 1 point in the Burrow Strike, so Mizu can't close the distance, but they have a double wave, and they're just going to keep pulling. And I like this read, though, because we spoke about the Jug is going to be favored into this matchup, and Mizu early on the Sand King is a bit weaker. You know, he needs the levels to be able to stand his ground, so they're just avoiding the Juggernaut.
Yep. Easy.
Lane,
he's stronger
Sanctity.
than us. We're not going to fight him.
One more right click. Oh, Alacrity's not going to continue the chase. The Sanctity can pop a Fairy Fire. It's going to make the trip all the way back to base, but... And Alacrity's off to a very good start.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, both of them are doing well in terms of CS, but now this is a full wave that the Tiny won't be getting, meaning that the Ember Spirit gets level 6 first, which means that the when it comes to rune control, it's gonna be much easier for Alacrity to do so than it is for the Tiny.
Bottom lane,
so
in your dreams in trouble.
Oh.
Check for the moment. Living armor. And in your dreams going to be okay. They were thinking about diving under the tower, but yeah, they didn't have enough detection. And like we said, Boom Booey with this only 1 point in living armor is enough to hold back that attempt.
Much more potential for a kill in this game than we had in the previous one, but still we're gonna have a very pacifistic start between the two teams. So top lane was pretty much the Radiant side doing some shenanigans. The bottom lane, they do enough damage to break through the refractions, get to half HP. Kishka going in.
Yeah, this is a ballsy play from the Grimstroke. He's gonna have 11 soon to join the fight. But I feel like Boom Boo is gonna win. Oh, what was that? Oh my lord, the Treant Protector, so much damage. I thought he was gonna need 2 right clicks, but it just goes to show you how much damage this Treant Protector really does.
It's 93 to 101. I think that was 101 damage coming out from Boom Booey, but look at those big arms. I mean, he just needs to let it go from up heights, and just the sheer weight of it will kill the poor Grimstroke. Look at him. He doesn't look like a really big dude. So Boom Booey, very nicely done there. And there we get our first blood. As you said, a very ballsy move from Kishka. I don't know what he was attempting to do there. And in your dream, using the refractions at the perfect time, he waits for the Inkswell just about to pop. He pops it, and then the big damage damage doesn't really do anything to him. So nice, cute little play that allows him to, I guess, retain more HP. I don't think his life was in danger at any point there.
We do have at least a start that's favoring NGX.SEA. So 1,000 net worth lead for them with the early kill. And all these top lane shenanigans going on is giving them an opportunity to try and make some stacks. There's only a double at the Ancients at the moment, but that's going to be really nice for Mizu to fall back on and work towards a early blink on the Sand King.
Yeah, for sure. As soon as he gets level 5, and there it is. Oh, he's doing so much damage to the Jug here. 43 needs to be careful, but yep, Juggernaut with the spin is always going to be relatively fine.
Mid lane, we might have a brawl. All the supports converging on this side of the map. Sanctity's going to try and drop the combo, but Alacrity has got enough health to be able to sustain through this. Sanctity should be okay. Moving to the north. They don't have the control at the moment. Both sides really lacking this. Sanctity's ability is about to come up shortly. They'll try and get the 1-2 punch, but they won't be able to find a window. They'll turn to the Hoodwink instead. That's a much easier kill. As Hoodwink's going to pop to the damage. And I don't think NGX.SEA can really turn this back around. Yeah, no, they cannot. As Lilgun just step out of harm's way.
Abaddon got the Arcane Rune, so, you know, spamming the Aphotic Shield every 8 seconds, not really thinking about any mana problems.
Sanctity, is he gonna get this? Oh, nice read. You're mentioning Sanctity on the Tiny. He plays a very, very good Tiny even after those nerfs, putting us in position too. And, you know, Sanctity up to 2 kills already, and if he can snowball and get an early blink timing, then it's gonna be very scary for NGX.SEA.
Yeah, for sure, and that is exactly what Lilgun are looking for now. The other piece of the puzzle, so Tiny's having a good time. The other piece of the puzzle is the Jugger to get one of the towers down. I think the bottom one is the easiest to get, but of course it's still not the timing for it. Maybe in a minute or two, he will be able to rotate. I don't know if you remember before they changed the positioning of the bounty runes. 7 minutes was pretty much when the enemy carry needed to go into the jungle. That is when the lane became way too dangerous with the a bit changes to the map. The meta changed a bit, so that's why In Your Dream is capable of staying in this lane a bit longer. But I think Jugger, he should rotate towards the bottom lane before the catapult comes in, so that you can get the enemies out of there before the catapult and make yourselves ready for that push. If that doesn't happen, I think that this Blink Dagger on the Tiny might not be as effective as it could be.
We see again, though, the supports converging on mid. They're putting a lot of emphasis on trying to shut down the power runes on Alacrity, and he's not going to be able to get the regen, so he still might go for Kishka, but the slide, unfortunately, on cooldown after the spam. So there we go. Nice read, though, from Lilgun. They're really trying to slow down Alacrity. Well, he's kind of run into Kishka. So,
oh, he found him!
Yeah, he sees the Grimstroke, but Ace 12, perfect positioning, is able to offer up enough nutrition to keep Kishka healthy, and looks like Alacrity's just out.
Alacrity gets himself out. He's just trying to see where... Okay. Okay. These Southeast Asia Ember players are just amazing.
Mizu's got a blink.
Mizu has the blink.
Wow, that's a fast timing blink on Mizu. He did take the stack, it looks like. So yeah, pre 9-minute blink, he's able to jump. It's only a support kill, but nonetheless, it does at least give some breathing room for Alacrity, because they were really on, you know, breathing down his neck and trying to put as much attention onto the Ember as possible early.
Man, that lane on top went so well for Enigma Galaxy. This is a pre 9-minute blink. Of course, he doesn't have a Soul Ring. He doesn't have a Bracer. He just went straight in for that one. But
bottom
here's
lane,
the
In Your
deal.
Dream, he's in trouble. They're able to deal with the refraction.
He's alone as well.
And 11's in a perfect spot to be able to bounce off the stump, and now they've got the crystal if need be. Boom Boom is going to TP it off for them. Oh, he gets it off! In Your Dream! Can he turn? But the lucky shot preventing the attacks. It will not matter as Mizu flies on over, offers the stun, and just the nick of time with the reinforcements show up to keep In Your Dream alive.
Though he didn't stun anyone, he wanted to stun both of them, and then he just stunned the ground. But who cares? Yeah, they still survive, and now Kishka is gonna be next. Not much to... Oh, that's stun. Is that actually gonna save his life?
Maybe the Sideblade spill? Sanctity's gonna TP down. They have detection. Looks like finally Sentry's gonna be dropped a little bit too late. In Your Dream steps in. Can they get a toss under the tower? They will, closer to 11. In Your Dream's just going to TP out. Avalanche on cooldown. All the stuns are on cooldown, and he makes it.
he didn't want to toss him on Kishka because Kishka would have died there, but it would have secured them a kill. So I think that would have been worth it for sure. The creep's just going a little bit to the left, and this is one of the other reasons I wanted the Juggernaut to fight early, because once the Sand King gets the blink, if you're not forcing his rotations, if you're not forcing him to defend the tower, he's just gonna be hunting you like this, and this is already a problem. Now, Lilgun, they're starting to give away some of the kills. They're starting to give away some TPs that they pretty much shouldn't be, and that only happens because their Juggernaut isn't playing. This is a hero that cannot die right now. He just uses the spin and he's fine. With the healing ward you can push, and Treant will be protecting this tower. I think already I'm not a fan of how the game is going for Lilgun.
Yocam is going to miss the bushwhack and the sharpshooter. It's really cool what NGX.SEA just did. Mizu cut the bottom wave, so all they have to do is deal with this catapult, and then this tower, they won't have to worry about it for quite a long time. And for bottom, I was expecting 4-2-3 to TP down with this Javelin, because he got it at very good timing, max up Blade Fury, hasn't used Omni Slash just yet. So that's what I thought he was waiting for, but it just seems like 4-2-3 is putting a lot more emphasis on farming instead of getting active. But like you said, this is really going to hurt Sanctity when he wants to be finding these kills, and he's in trouble. Mid lane, Mizu with the epicenter. They don't have the sharpshooter, but it will not matter as the magic damage is too much for the Tiny to deal with.
This is gonna hurt the Tiny a bit more as well, and this is him, his blink dagger timing being delayed. Lilgun just they're being outclassed by Enigma Galaxy. It happened in game number 1, it's happening in game 2 as well, and 11 will come to defend this tower and might go bad for him.
He's got Ace 12 behind him at least. So offers up the shield, and 11 has the opportunity to charge into the middle, but instantly an overgrowth to hold him back. 11 will get nothing out. 11? Gonna miss on the combo from Alacrity, so 11's gonna be okay. They really want the double damager in top, and it looks like Ember should snag that. You fired now on Radiant, I think. Maybe with overgrowth on cooldown, you're concerned, but DD with Orb Corrosion, with maxed out Slight, this is going to be really scary for Lilgun to deal with.
And the mid lane tower is dropping lower and lower. I kind of feel like if you create something on the top lane with the Sand King, which is most likely going to happen as soon as someone TPs to the bottom lane, is going to try fighting on the top lane. That leaves the mid lane tower gone, and then it falls. It opens up the map completely for this Sand King Blink Dagger to find its mark on even more around the map. And while all of that is happening, In Your Dream is farming as much as he wants, so it's not like Lilgun are doing anything to prevent it.
Oh, he's going to be cautious. Sanctity reveals the blink. The chain control's going to be there. Does he have an opportunity for the Remnant? He does not. There we go. Beautiful reveal from Sanctity. You need to snowball this blink on the Tiny. Get kill after kill after kill, because this is a hero that, if you're not playing in the position 1 role, you can really start to fall behind.
But the question is, where are you gonna get those kills? Right now, it's very easy for Enigma Galaxy to read this one. That was a blink reveal. It was revealed in a aggressive position.
Might be in trouble. He's got the blink.
He has the blink.
Just able to get out of harm's way. 11 might drive past him with the Rolling Thunder, but not going to be the case. And now, what's the play? Do you feel like NGX.SEA bring everyone bot, or do they just try and trade mid?
I'd rather they trade mid for their sake. It's much more important for them to open up that tower. The bottom tower is mostly for farming, and the mid lane one is for hunting. Both teams need to hunt.
Oh no, they're gonna run all grouped up. Sanctity, the combo onto 2 heroes with the Inkswell Fall. This is beautiful jump, but it doesn't matter. They're still alive thanks to Boom Buoy. All the sustain coming through from the Living Armor and the Leech Seed means that the combo was not enough for Lilgun, and in the end, they will be penalized with 2 heroes being killed off.
Yep, and the mid lane tower will fall. TA finds a impact in the game right now, just comes in there, finishes off the tower, and that's gonna bring him towards the Deso. This is also one thing, is without the mid lane tower, without the top lane tower, Lilgun, they only have their outpost to contest the Roche, and with the Deso coming out, Enigma Galaxy, they could just walk in it. They wait for the Pango to use his ulti, and there's absolutely nothing that can stop them from taking it. They can even wait for it in the Roche pit, and once the Pango comes in, you use the overgrowth, you reset, and Lilgun are gonna be pretty much helpless to do anything there. As soon as they show their face, there's a epicenter stun, and it's gonna be super hard. Also, we're talking about if Lilgun can get there in full force, if they're all missing around the map, it's gonna be easy for Enigma Galaxy to read the map.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's a really difficult position for Lilgun to be in. 5,000 deficit. They're going to try and blow up Alacrity. They have the ward on the high ground though, so it's really not easy for Lilgun to start this. You see they pinging it out, so they have at least the thought of this ward placement, but NGX.SEA are in prime position to defend it. As Miz is going to start the fight. Meanwhile, Sancti to the backline, targeting Yorocam, but Sancti, it's at the stage of the game where he doesn't have to burst. Yorocam, there's no way he gets out. Okay, the last little bit of damage, 11 will swipe the kill, but they're committed. They are committed into the middle of the fight. So the Burrow Strike from Mizu clips onto 2. In Your Dream can step in, offering the burst to get rid of
Mizu's
1.
still alive?
Mizu somehow still alive. The Maelstrom finds the proc Boom Buoy. Well, they moved the slash, but it will not matter. It's 4-2-3. The beautiful first use of the Omni Slash, but he's going to be in trouble. Alacrity's going to continue the chase. In Your Dream has the follow-up as well. The double for the Templar Assassin. And now they've got the trap as well, so Sanctity will not be able to retreat as In Your Dream is rewarded with the triple.
This is the deal. Alacrity is just doing such a great job. He's putting himself out there into harm's way, but in the end, it's not gonna matter. If they kill him, his team goes back and they don't bleed any more kills. They just go behind the tier 1 tower and they're gonna be fine while the TA is farming. If a Lilgun decide to fight, you are most likely gonna survive their initial initiation, and then with the turnaround from the Sand King and everything else, it's gonna look great for you. That was as good as a fight gets for the side of Lilgun. A bit of a mistake not bringing down that Hoodwink immediately. That's a bit of a miscommunication between Kishka and Sanctity, but other than that, they did everything perfectly in that fight and still lost it quite convincingly with both of their cores dying and not killing any of them.
Bottom lane, 4-2-3 might be in trouble. Look at this, Mizu's charging up the epicenter. They're going to have the fault control on the bushwhack, and he is indeed dead as Yorocam and Mizu combine together. It's a potent concoction of these two ultimates, and the Juggernaut just unable to withstand the damage.
I didn't see which route they took to get there, because there is an observer ward from the Juggernaut.
Hold that
okay,
thought. Look at the Roche pit. Oh, well, instant overgrowth, and 11's just pulsating at the mouth of the pit, and he will get nothing out of this. And now look at Mizu. Again, he's back in. A double Burrow Strike followed up by Yorocam as Lilgun. They have no answers to the problems that are arising in this second game, as In Your Dream pounces on forward, finding 3. Mizu, what is this Sand King? The performance from the offlane on NGX.SEA. That's a statement performance from Mizu if I've ever seen one. Triple for In Your Dream once again, and now they can move this back into the Roche pit.
Okay, we are finally gonna be getting a TA winning a game on the Radiant. So Enigma Galaxy definitely showing that they're the strongest team in this tournament, the only one capable of making this hero work on the Radiant side, and they're doing so in style. They're pretty much hitting all of their timings perfectly, and I have to say, I'm not sure how Lilgun couldn't read that the fight is gonna go that way. You go in with the Rolling Thunder, there's gonna be an overgrowth, they reset, and you lose. And now there's 2 traps for Kishka. He's going left and right, but he doesn't know that he's being spotted. It's just so sad the way he died.
Yeah, this tier here is still pretty goddamn strong. I mean, he got nerfed very slightly. The bonus damage and refraction was the main thing. Maxed out. Apologies. Who's okay? You get Yorocam. You're gonna need all the kills you can get to be able to find an angle back into this game. I really wonder if we're going to start seeing the Templar Assassin a little bit more, just because, you know, Deucer got nerfed, Tiny got nerfed. I still think we're probably going to see Deucer a decent amount, but those were the main 2 heroes that could really farm. Like, you would put a lot more emphasis on them, and then TA would kind of be the 3rd carry underneath. So we still see this hero does way too much with traps. Like, vision is just the most important thing in Dota.
The thing is that the Ancients aren't the part of the map that you want to play, so that's why the TA just isn't that great. The Ancients not having the bounty rune, you wanting to play more in your big jungle, is the main reason for it. But now we're gonna see a fight. Lilgun, they know they're not coming back into this game. They're over a trap.
Exactly right. He's over the trap. So instantly they read that Sanctity is going to jump. 11's following super the overgrowth. Stops the pain, go in his tracks. Now In Your Dream can freely siege 11. It just doesn't have any opportunity to do anything in these fights as Mizu finds him in the tree line. Enigma Galaxy.SEA are just bullying Lilgun in this game too. And look at Alacrity. He's inside the base. Screw the tier 2, screw the tier 3 tower. Alacrity gets out. What? That was a gem! No! No! Snatch and grab. Alacrity's out with the gem. Oh, what? Oh
I think Lilgun are trying to lose this one a little bit faster for the fans. They don't want to GG out, so that they so it looks like they're brave men who want to fight till the end, but they're just doing everything they can right now, just fighting, giving a gem and making sure Leo Enigma Galaxy have everything you need and just end this misery that we have put ourselves in.
You got Aegis for another 3 minutes. You could easily get all the outer towers. I just...
Or you could go high ground just to give a chance to your enemies. That's another way to approach it, though. I don't think they're gonna be doing it. On the other hand, 4-3, as I said, this game, if Lilgun want to win, 4-3 needs to find an impact in this game, and I think that everyone in this world can agree that 4-3 has had no impact in this game other than committing genocide on the creeps in the jungle.
Dire's middle tower.
Do you feel like he's going to get that impact shortly? Like, is this a game where Jug can take over? He's doing okay in farm, nothing crazy, but can he really find a way back in for them?
The game has come to a point where he uses the spin, he goes towards his enemies, and he dies to the TA damage. So that is a problem. And I just don't see them going back in this game. The way that you come back into this game right now, if you're Lilgun, it's not on the back of a Jug. Sure, he needs to carry it in the end, but it's on the back of a Tiny.
Dude.
The Tiny needs multiple kills. For now, it's... we're gonna see 11 is burning. I don't know if you've caught that, but when the pause is up, the heroes are still blinking and they are still moving their mouths and so on. So when the game is paused, the heroes actually just intentionally stop. So this Pango is definitely feeling the heat still.
He's got Swashbuckle. Might have to pop the ultimate to retreat. Is Alacrity chase? He's gonna blink. He might honestly do it. Do it, Alacrity. Go for it. Nah. Alright, bottom lane. What do we got? Mizu. Onto the Abaddon. 4-2-3 is gonna try and TP out. Same with Ace 12, and he will be okay without a way to cancel that.
You can see how In Your Dream was waiting for the Abaddon to lose as much of his HP as he can so that he tries to one-shot him. But obviously wasn't the possibility there. Abaddon still has enough HP, or In Your Dream doesn't have enough damage just yet. Once he gets the Crystallis, and if the crit comes out, it could be a one-shot going towards the Abaddon.
Soon as Mizu jumps 4-2-3, has to react with a Blade Fury. Like, they have no vision, especially after losing that gem. Now you got traps littering the map, and they have no idea where NGX.SEA are, and well, they're coming inside the territory. 4-2-3 is the target. Mizu to start. The chain control should be able to follow up afterwards. Let's see if Abaddon's able to get in range. At the last second, he offers the protection. Now with the Manta to get out of the overgrowth. So 4-2-3, they can continue the hunt. Stuns up in 3 seconds. He's going to be forced to use a defensive Omni Slash. It's doing a decent amount of damage, but as soon as it expires, they can move over to 4-2-3, but they've actually killed off 2 heroes. Alacrity, BKB protected. Oh, Win Your Dreams in. No! Alacrity gets a job with the help of the Templar Assassin. Wicked sick. Sanctity's gonna try and jump the backline, but Mizu, the nick of time, cancelling out the combination. Sanctity was requiring the toss to take away the life of Alacrity, but unfortunately, Mizu too fast on the fingers.
It doesn't get much better than that. Lilgun, when you're losing, you're usually not gonna have your Abaddon next to the Juggernaut. This time around, they had it. 4-3 survived through everything. The Tiny got the backlines, and in the end, you still lose the fight. It just goes to show how much this game is out of reach for Lilgun at this point. That, as I said, you can't hope for a better fight than that one, and you still lose it. Maybe Sanctity should have just stopped with the greed there and not chased the Ember, and it could have been like even, but you know, in a game like this, you know that once the next Roche comes, the game will end. So you need as much of a lead that you can kind of take back from Enigma Galaxy as you can. So it's only natural that that mistakes will come out from Lilgun.
You look all sorts of wrong.
Alright. Maybe there can be this crazy fight by the Roche Pit where we see them take over, but even then, I feel like it's such a difficult position for them to be in. Maybe Rolling Thunder, crazy Tiny combo into Omni Slash in a close proximity. Who knows?
It needs to be the Treant dies at the start of the fight, and then the Rolling Thunder creates enough problems in a fight so that the Juggernaut can finish off one other hero. So the Treant needs to die first, and then the Sand King needs to be your other target. That is how Lilgun win a fight. There's no other way around it. If the Rolling Thunder goes and there is the Overgrowth, it's gonna stop any kind of advancement. You reset the fight after the Rolling Thunder. There's no way that Lilgun win. So Sanctity, he has one target, is the Treant. It's a very hard target considering he has a blink. And, you know, at least there is a path to a fight. In an aggressive manner. In a defensive manner, again, if they go on the Juggernaut, if the Abaddon is close, the Jugger gets out, supports reveal themselves, and then again, the targeting is the same. Kill the Treant, then kill the Sand King, and you should be using your Rolling Thunder to kill the next target with the when it comes to Lilgun. Then if you're in a 3 versus 5 scenario and you still lose, then you call GG and like, okay, we did everything perfectly, but still it's impossible.
It's just a slow beatdown from NGX.SEA. Past couple of minutes, just really looking to starve Lilgun inside the base. Put them in a position where the economy is heavily favoring the lads on Radiant. 18,000 now, but the tier 2 falling mid. They have firm control of this, and it seems like all they're waiting for is that next Roshan to spawn, which potentially may be up in the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think that Lilgun will come to fight it. In my mind, if they just smoke towards the Roche, it's not going to be good enough. In my mind, they have to smoke right now, get some vision, and hope that they're going to be catching one of the heroes of Enigma Galaxy out. But the thing is, there are two things, or one thing that Enigma Galaxy can do right now, and they're going to win the game 100%. Not give a pick off to the enemies and save their buybacks. And it means that they won. There's just no other way around it. So we're kind of theorizing what Lilgun can do, but the thing is, it's so easy for Enigma Galaxy to be the winner in this one. And yep, it's actually going to be Lilgun bleeding a kill.
Or Ace 12. Level 9 Abaddon getting 2 hit by In Your Dream. At level 9 against the 22 Templar Assassin. Very, very fun.
Yeah, it has to be a very fun game for him.
Oh,
especially
no,
you have the borrow time.
Oh, bottom lane.
Poor
Eurocam
guy.
just cancels 11's TP. He was on split pushing duties, but Eurocam was on lane duties, and he does his job just a little bit better.
They're trying to do too much on the side of Lilgun. So what you do is you pretty much split push until the point where the tier 1 used to be. If you're the Pango, you TP and you go for a smoke. You play some vision, you try to get a kill, play around that ward. It doesn't work out, you go back. You see a TP on the bottom lane, again, you go for another smoke, you go towards your vision. That is the play.
Alacrity.
But they're being too greedy. Yeah.
He's had enough of this, just waiting around. He wants kills. Diving inside the base he goes. Godlike on Alacrity, man. What is this man doing?
Yeah, and just perfect usage of the timing on the BKB. Just as it expired, just as the Tiny jumped in, he was out of the base. And that is just because the Ghost Scepter. Next time around, though, the Grimstroke will survive because the BKB is down to 6 seconds.
Sanctity?
So next time, the Ember. Oh.
Gonna force a defensive BKB on Mizu. Sanctity will be okay for the moment with Abaddon stepping over to offer some assistance, but instantly 11. It's a nice rolling thunder. It's gonna be stopped in its tracks. So with the overgrowth, we see there's no answers to this at the moment. As In Your Dream, he can beat down one onto the second. He goes 4-2-3, doesn't get the Omni Slash until the last second. The bounces, they're starting to add up. They kill off Mizu, but do they have the damage in the tank? Is they're all grouped up? In Your Dream, the side blades spilling onto hero after hero. As 4-2-3 is going to charge into the middle. He's got enough healing coming through. It's an ultra kill for In Your Dream, but it will not matter as Sanctity. Double toss with the Soulbind combo, but Alacrity. Cleanup duty is online for the Ember. Is going to wait for the Co-Scepters to expire. And the move to the northern side is Ace 12. Gives over a Godlike. Beyond Godlike now for Alacrity. And he's still got the BKB in the arsenal as well. And Kishka, did you get the gem before you get out? Alacrity, nah, he's going to be a little bit more safe on this with the blink on cooldown. Sanctity will not catch up.
And that's 2 buybacks on the side of Lilgun. I have to say that fight went better than expected. I have to say really good usage of the healing ward there on the Juggernaut. It survived for so long, and we can see the TA did 7,000 damage, the Ember did 6,000 damage, and they still weren't able to bring down these heroes, and that's because of that healing ward. It created so much. The problem is, of course, that you bought back on 2 of your heroes, so despite everything, you lose that fight. This is the thing. Yeah, Alacrity continues chopping people down. If there is an overgrowth ready, once the Rolling Thunder goes in, there is just not enough AoE lockdown for the Juggernaut to do the damage.
And that was really the best case scenario for that fight as well for Lilgun. Last second Jug is able to get his Omni Slash off, a lot of damage with the bounces, with the Maelstrom procs. We saw the double combo as well from Sanctity's Tiny with that Soul Bind, but yeah, you don't really have the easiest way to control the Ember Spirit. Like, I guess it's proven to be the case this game with how well Alacrity's played. I mean, he's 14, 2 and 11. He's got a Daedalus completed, working on the Scardy's the next item, and there we go. Finally, Roche is up, so NGX.SEA should take this without any contest from Lilgun.
Yep, Ace doesn't have a buyback. He used it in the previous fight, and Ace, I think, has been the most important hero in these fights for Lilgun. He's the reason that the Juggernaut got his Omni Slash off. He's the reason that he got his healing ward off. He's pretty much the reason that the Tiny didn't die immediately at the start of that fight, and Enigma Galaxy had to go a little bit deeper. So he's pretty much using his Aphotic Shield at the best possible times. Every single time when it is off cooldown, it is being used to remove a stun, and it is actually allowing Lilgun to play. But now we've gotten to that point where the second Aegis is on the TA. As I mentioned, sometimes it's used to solidify your lead, sometimes it's used to just end the game, but Lilgun, this is the best play they can do before your enemies come to your base. Just get out and fight.
Aya fighting around their ward. 11's gonna jump first. Instantly, Boom Booey once again with the overgrowth, but they're towards the backline. Sanctity tossing Boom Booey into the middle. That's a beautiful combo. They're gonna be cautious now how they can protect the cause. In Your Dream's gonna try and stand his ground, leash together, 4-2-3. Oh no, what just happened? What just happened with the Omni Slash? 4-2-3. No. I've never seen that mechanic. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was the Meld Sandstorm. They lost the vision.
Melt. Yeah.
Oh.
That was so sad. That was so freaking sad for him. It was the Melt plus the Sandstorm. He actually jumped from the TA to the Sand King, but they both had Invis, and it's just so sad. So now this game will end, but Lilgun, at least they tried. At least they tried. That was a really nice attempt.
And Tiny, look at this, killed off with ease. NGX.SEA, no remorse in this second game. An absolute beat down from them, 39 kills. Lilgun, they're not going to tap out just yet, but their base is in shambles as NGX.SEA, well, they're not going to just leave after this first set of barracks. They are looking to get more and more now that they're knocking on high ground.
Enigma Galaxy, in my mind, have shown that they're the better team than Lilgun. Lilgun seems to have been figured out by most of the teams in Southeast Asia. They've been on the scene for a very long time. You know what their approach is. Yeah, you're saying that they're trying a different approach. They're trying different things, but they're just not on the tier 2 level when it comes to Southeast Asia right now. And okay, Alacrity, that is just nasty.
And now Mizu even behind the throne, guys. Like, you got objectives to kill off. Give him a little bit of breathing room. 4-2-3 can't even catch up to Mizu as 11 almost dies in his ultimate. You honestly might even die if you get a crit. And yeah, well, they're going to call it quits. Alakri wants a kill before the game ends. He wants more kills as well. Might get Kishka for good measure, but there we go. So we break a curse. We break one of the curse. Finally, Templar Assassin on Raiden is able to get a map victory.
Yep, one of the curses had to be broken right now, as you mentioned at the start. Will it be the TA? Will it be a 2-0 curse ever since we started casting? Well, it's gonna be the TA curse. So now this hero doesn't have a 0% win rate on the Radiant side no longer, and I have to say, Enigma Galaxy, just from start to finish, they look like a much better team than Lilgun. Lilgun, they're gonna have to fight against Patriots in the next one, because I mean, you said that they should be, that they can get top 4, but I think with the start that they're having, they're gonna be fighting for survival until the playoffs.
Oh no, I'm 100% in agreement now. This is definitely not the Lilgun that we've come to love from them. They are really struggling in the Pro Series 11. I mean, they are currently now, I think, 1-7, which is Oh, that's a really tough start to be in. And now you... All right, let's see who they've got to verse. You got to verse Patriots, you have to verse Army Geniuses, you have to verse RSG and Motivate. So Army Geniuses and RSG are not easy victories at all. Motivate as well. I just... For Lilgun, this is a really awkward position to be in. I was not expecting them to be 1-7 starting the Pro Series, but we'll see. They do have another series tonight. It's going to be about a 20-minute break until that one. We'll see if that's enough time for them to reset, get their minds in the right place to come back and then try and take down Patriots and start to build some momentum for the Mongolian boys, because they really need to turn things around now. Otherwise, it might be a bit too late. But like we said, next series, Patriots versus Lilgun, about 20 minutes. We'll see you guys there.